With my thesis, I am assessing whether it is possible for an actor to use its trade agreements to effectively promote labor or environmental norms to other countries. And I am focusing here on how the European Union promotes such standards through its trade deals with Japan, with South Korea, and with Canada. So this European approach consists here in including in every trade deal a so-called chapter on trade and sustainable development. And according to the Commission, the idea here is very much to set up a framework that would then make it easier for the EU to promote some of its norms or some of its values to its trading partners in the long run. So it could be argued that this approach heavily relies on long-term socialization effects. And interestingly, in order to facilitate this process, those chapters also provide a quite strong mandate to some European and non-European civil society organizations so that they can also try somehow to shape this policy dialogue. So when trying to assess whether that approach works or not, it is therefore necessary to not just look into how those trade agreements are made or negotiated, but also to look into how the EU is engaging with its trading partners afterwards during the implementation and from a qualitative standpoint. But so far, the literature is mostly focused on that negotiation stage only, and which is basically the gap I want to fill in the literature with my thesis. So coming back to my main question now, can the EU successfully promote sustainability norms through its trade deals? Well, the answer is that in practice, the EU has had very little impact so far, and this is often due to the same recurring issues. So first of all, cultural misunderstandings may very much affect the quality of this policy dialogue. For example, in some cases, the EU's trading partners were quite reluctant to empower, let's say, trade unions or environmental NGOs under this framework, while some countries, like Japan, may still not feel very comfortable discussing sustainable development issues through this kind of trade agreements. In addition to this, it is also important to consider the kind of economic, political, but also ideological leverages the EU has over its partners. And without any surprise, in most cases, the EU actually has very little leverages once those trade deals are concluded. So it must often come up with quite creative and strategic ways in order to appeal to its partners, which of course can be very challenging. So in other words, there is still a lot of uncertainties as to what can trade deals achieve here. Having said that, the EU has been proactively trying to improve its current approach, and this is still very much a work in progress as we speak. And I would just like to conclude by saying that I do believe that this is a pretty exciting time to be alive when we are finally trying to mainstream sustainable development at all levels, and I believe this very much includes trade policy. Thank you.